A disclaimer. It is important to note that cocaine is a highly addictive and illegal drug that can have severe negative effects on both humans and animals. If a bear were to consume cocaine, it could have serious consequences on its health and behavior. It is important to treat animals with respect and ensure their safety, and giving them drugs is not a responsible or ethical practice. Thanks, ChatGPT.
And with that being said, welcome to Cocaine Bear.
Cocaine Bear! A story for the ages. For all ages. And as we've seen, cocaine is definitely great for people of all ages. We literally watched a movie in which 4 youths ingested cocaine through the mouth.
Through the mouth.
And is that the loophole that they get away with it on? That they didn't show a child snorting powder. They ate a powder. It might have been sugar or flour.
This is true. I think that's how they... Because with the MPAA, you gotta work around a lot of things.
Yeah.
So maybe that's how they didn't get the NC-17 rating.
Yeah, and that's weird. I only just now thought of that off the cuff, but I'm thinking that might be it. Because if you show a child literally snorting a powder, nobody really snorted a powder in a normal sense, other than that one scene
where the
snorting a line off a guy's leg. A severed leg. Thank you. That is very important discernment there.
A severed. And that wasn't no small little, like, racked out rail. No,
that was a bear-sized rail.
That was a bear-sized double snooter rail.
That was rough.
But when the announcement for Cocaine Bear came out, I think you and I had the similar thought. What drugs could we do with certain animals?
So see, here's the thing. That is a preview for what we're going to do next. I feel like we should do the synopsis first.
Yeah, well, let's but let's marinate that.
Yes, exactly. It's a tease. It's a tease.
And it also gives the future listeners, they can think about what drugs they want to
think about what drug you would want to do with what animal.
Yes.
See if we have any similar vibes here.
Yes.
So Cocaine Bear.
Based loosely on true events.
Where a bear ate cocaine and a half an hour later died and didn't do anything.
But for that 30 minutes, it's the most dangerous apex predator on land.
This, though, it's almost not to do spoilers, because I want my boy over here to watch this movie. I don't want to give spoilers, but it's almost like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood by Quentin Tarantino. Yes, I am comparing Cocaine Bear to Once Upon a Time by Quentin Tarantino.
That is the only Tarantino movie I have not seen.
And I have it. I should give it to you. It's sitting right over here somewhere.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
And it's the idea of taking an event from history that went one way and reimagining it in a better way, a way that you wanted it to go down. And in this case, we're talking about a bear who'd never got a chance to rage. He might be out there. He never got a chance to rage.
It's a she, remember that.
Well, we don't know what the original bear was. I'm assuming, since they got the plane thing right, with the guy coming out of the plane with the cocaine and hitting his head, and then his parachute didn't go off, all that stuff.
Emergency shoot, yeah.
So maybe it really was a female bear. Or they changed that because they wanted to have the spoilers. Spoilers. But yeah, well, first thing, Tormund Giantsbane, I think that's his name from Game of Thrones, and his lovely girlfriend have an encounter with Cocaine Bear.
Yes.
Wild. I'm like, cool, look, it's Tormund. We get Carrie Russell, nurse, with her child, and her child's tag-along friend, who's probably going to be her first boyfriend.
Yeah.
In like a few years.
It's Louise and that other kid from Bob's Belcher scenario.
Oh, I was thinking My Girl.
Oh.
With Macaulay Culkin. But yeah, similar vibe.
He can't see without his glasses.
Yeah, and then he dies by bees. Spoiler. that's a really good movie.
Hey, we need to respect the bees. The bees are just looking out for themselves.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the bees' fault that Macaulay Culkin fucked with them. Like, it's fine. But, yeah, you have that storyline. You have Margot Martindale playing a park ranger who's horny for this weird nature guy that's like inspecting the park.
And
And then there's hooligan teenagers. There's a black cop who is falling in love with a dog he barely knows that he left with a girl with a female officer of the law. We also have
Ray fucking Liotta.
We have Ray Liotta and his two henchmen. What was it? Dollar Store Ice Cube and Dollar Store Han Solo.
Yes.
Which I think that actually was.
And
we need to look. Oh, I need to look that up.
And this isn't a diss. This isn't a diss to Ice Cube and whoever the actor.
That's who they look like.
Yeah, he looked like a generic version of Ice Cube.
Although I'm telling you, I think that was the guy who played Han Solo in Solo: A Star Wars Story. Yes, it is Alden Ehrenreich. That was him. So yeah, young Han Solo was in Cocaine Bear.
Who was Dollar Store Ice Cube? What was the actor?
Oh yeah. We gotta look at that. So Cocaine Bear cast. Actually, we should have just had this up the whole time. Cocaine Bear cast. So we've got. Oh yeah, and there's that dude. Friggin' yeah, O'Shea Jackson Jr. I swear I've seen this guy before.
So have I. He looked familiar.
He was in Straight Outta Compton.
Oh my! Is that Ice Cube's actual son? Because Ice Cube's actual son played.
Wait a minute. Yes, that's Ice Cube's son.
No wonder.
He's not Dollar Store Ice Cube.
He's
Ice Cube Jr.
Yes.
That's fucking rad as hell. But yeah, I cannot believe that. He is not Dollar Store Ice Cube. He is Ice Cube Jr. That is rad. Okay, so then we have Jesse Tyler the guy who... That's why he looked familiar. He didn't look like this in the movie. Jesse Tyler Ferguson, he was one of the gay parents on Modern Family.
Oh, okay.
So the nature guy who got his leg railed off of... That was, it's one of the parents. It's like the one that...
I've never seen Modern.
Neither have I. I didn't.
I want to remember. I want to remember. Oh fuck! What's his name? Oh,
Ed O'Neill.
Ed O'Neill. Yes, I want to remember Ed O'Neill as America's greatest father, Al Bundy.
Yeah, but yes, and that was Christopher Hivju.
Don't even pronounce it if you can't say it. Please don't butcher his name.
Christopher Hivju. He's Tormund Giantsbane. So that was totally him.
Reference him as Tormund Giantsbane.
He's Christopher Nouveau.
We're just gonna call him Tormund for this.
We got Margot Martindale. I mean, look at all this.
And what's the dude who does the reels for about Target and retail? What's his name?
Where's he at?
He just should have at the top.
Oh yeah, Scott Seuss.
Scott Seuss, yeah. He was very funny in it.
Yeah, Scott Seuss, he does freaking TikToks about Target. About working at Target.
Well, and then retail in general.
Angry retail guy.
Yeah.
And he shows up in my Cocaine Bear movie? I'm not mad at it.
He did a pretty good job.
He was fun. I mean, that mustache makes him immediately recognizable.
Well, yeah, that, and it fits the time period of the 80s.
85, yeah. So you have this ensemble cast, let me say. Ray Liotta's final movie in loving memory. Peace. Now we know how Ray Liotta died. He was eaten by a bear and knocked off a waterfall.
Yes.
Spoilers. But we're assuming assuming you've seen the movie.
He didn't just get killed by a bear. He was disemboweled.
Oh yeah, he got his little intestines eaten. That's a fun time. He Dennis Nedry from Jurassic Park. If you read the book and not watch the movie,
a book I still have to read.
It's really great. Anyway, so great ensemble cast. We have. I think the only ones that I didn't mention were the paramedics that show up, which is the angry retail guy and the Asian woman.
Yes.
Who are both great.
Yes.
So you have all these interconnect. Oh, and then we talked about the cop. So you have all these people intersecting into this movie, and it's just these people's stories with these weird, quirky little storylines that I think were written pretty well. I'll give the writer credit.
And what I also give credit to the movie is none of these little secondary storylines encapsulated the rest of the movie.
Yes, it was all like a little vignettes that came together, and they were never boring. Because that's where you can get in movies like this, especially a lot of the B movies I've seen, like Red Letter Media will watch.
Are we classifying this as a B movie?
Oh, it's made to be a B movie,
Okay.
though. As I want to discuss later, the idea of a B movie that is a B movie because it was poorly made versus one that was purposefully made, like Sharknado. Sharknado was never meant to be...
And Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Yes, those were not movies made to be, like, serious things that were just ended up being silly. Cocaine, they called it Cocaine Bear. You saw the marketing for it. They knew exactly what they were making, and that's the point.
Yes.
And it's great.
And it delivers.
It delivers on what we wanted.
A bear on cocaine. A rampaging bear on cocaine.
And that's what I wanted.
It's what we all wanted.
And that's apparently what a good 7/10 of the audience and critics wanted too. Because to our surprise, after seeing the movie, tell them what it was like. What you said, like 40.
See, you said before you looked up the thermometer, I said that it was going to have a 45% critic score, so it was going to have a splatty.
Yeah.
And I said that the audience score was going to be around 65. And
yeah.
I figured it was going to be a bigger hit with the normal audience than it was with.
But it would be a splat.
But it would be a splatty tomato.
And we come to find that it has a very nice 69% with the critics, which gives it a plump red tomato, not certified fresh, but it didn't need to be.
It's not overripe
It was just what it was, just what it needed to be, and a 73% audience score. And that was actually the reason I brought that up right now, was that's exactly what one of the synopses, I think it was the audience synopsis, said, that it gave you what you came for, what you asked for. It delivered what it wanted to deliver. It didn't try to be serious. It didn't try to be too over the top. I feel like it just it knew its place and played its role well.
Yeah.
But I feel like Cocaine Bear will hold up because the bear, you could tell that it was CGI. But because of how quirky and funny it acted, you didn't care.
No, you didn't.
You never really cared.
No.
You could tell, like, a bear is not going to make a face like that, or a bear is not going to... They definitely did not train a bear to do this motion or this action.
Yeah, like smack its head off a tree.
Smacking its head off a tree and, like, grinding on the ground the way it was. Like, they're not going to get a real bear to do that, and you could just kind of tell it's CGI. You never once cared because it looked real enough, and you suspended your disbelief because you knew you were watching a movie called
Cocaine Bear. Now, I pose this question to you. Is the bear strictly CGI, or is it mocap CGI?
No, it's definitely CGI. They didn't get a bear to bang its head into a tree.
Well, I'm not saying
bang a head into a thing. I'm telling you. You could absolutely tell it was CGI, and some of the motions weren't things a bear would
that's what I'm saying.
do.
They could have had a dude.
Oh, you're saying a dude. That's neither here nor there, because we're not talking about a real bear, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
It's all just animation at that point.
Yeah, true.
I do think in the credits I saw something that said, like, bear actor or bear ant. There was some kind of bear credit and a guy's name next to it.
So it
could have been your mocapping idea. That could have been the name of a real bear that they used for, like, some shots.
Or it could have been the bear's handler for some shots.
I don't know. I'd have to look into that. But I feel like it was completely CGI, and that might have been a mocap guy. Because, I mean, it could have been, like... wouldn't it have been amazing if it was like, oh, yeah, that was, who was Gollum?
Oh, fuck me, I can't remember his name.
Why can't I remember his name?
Hold on, let me... The old trusty. You've got your...
See if I can do it first.
I have to put in a password.
Well, I searched for Gollum. Andy Serkis.
Okay.
Wouldn't it have been wild if we get to the end of the movie and we're like, and starring Andy Serkis as the Cocaine Bear, we'd be like, what?
No way!
What? It's like Andy Serkis on actual cocaine during filming. What?
How much was that budget?
Enough. So, we have a bear on cocaine. There's a bunch of murders that happen. I don't know if you call it murders, but it's a bear.
Yeah, it's a bear.
Assaults. Bear assaults.
I mean, that bear's just trying to get that sweet, sweet booger sugar, though.
He killed a few people in just cold blood because he felt like it. Or she felt like it. It's fine.
Well, she killed the one dude because he crawled through the cocaine.
Yeah, no, but they weren't all about cocaine.
Yeah, true.
They were not all about cocaine, let me tell you that. I'll spoil that for you right now if you haven't watched this movie. There's definitely some non-drug related murder. Well, I mean, the one guy dies from a human's hands, but we won't get into that.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, all these stories intersect. There's just a wild card of a bear running around. They don't overdo it with the bear, and yet the stories that we have with the humans they're slightly emotional enough, but not overly sappy, quirky, interesting enough that drives us to the next.
It makes them more than just bear farm.
Yes, it drives us to the next scene by giving us characters that we're like, I wonder what's going to happen with these people next, and which one's going to die next.
Yeah.
It's great. So, and then, there's a conclusion. There's a thing that happens. Kerry Russell jumps off a waterfall with some kids. Like, there's a whole thing.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
And I do want to say, the cinematography, I really enjoyed.
Yeah, the shots were interesting.
They did a great job of covering that landscape. Yeah,
at no point did I watch that movie and think, who did they hire to make this movie? I felt like, the writing was good for what it was. The CGI was good. The cinematography, the acting. Rotten Tomatoes did say something about the acting being up and down, but yeah. I'm like, I thought it was all fine.
It was. I mean, for a movie called Cocaine Bear,
they acted exactly how they needed to be.
Yeah, exactly how they needed to.
Margot Martindale did go a little over the top, but she is Margot Martindale.
Yeah.
We will forgive her. If you don't know who she is, look her up. You've seen her before.
Yep.
She's been in enough stuff. I will say, just as a final rating here, so
now remember, this is a fuck you, it's winter movie.
No, it's not. This movie was released exactly when it decided to want it to be released.
Okay.
This wasn't a dump into the theater during a downturn. Probably not. Anyway, here we go. I want you to tell me, which one is better? Citizen Kane, Cocaine Bear.
Cocaine Bear.
And why is that?
Because it's got cocaine and a bear, and it delivers exactly what
it's got cocaine.
It's got a bear.
It's got a bear. Full stop.
And it's got Ray Liotta.
Full stop.
All right.
It's got cocaine.
And a bear.
It's got a bear. I'm going to give a tough one to you.
All right.
Cocaine Bear or The Godfather? I know there's cocaine in The Godfather.
Oh, there's a lot of cocaine in The Godfather.
But how many bears?
There's no bears, but...
Cocaine Bear. Cocaine Bear, number one.
That's you, but I
Cocaine Bear, number one.
I can't go against my Italian roots. I can't.
All right, Mike, ask me a question. Look behind you. Ask me a question.
Fight Club or Cocaine Bear?
Okay, well, I don't... I can't remember if there's cocaine in Fight Club.
There's a ton of cocaine in Fight Club.
Pretty sure there was. It's been a while since I've seen it. But there were zero bears. There is a penguin. There is a CGI penguin. But there is no bear. Cocaine Bear.
But doesn't a penguin kind of trump the bear?
Cocaine Bear.
What's a penguin?
Cocaine Bear. The entire Star Wars original trilogy were Cocaine Bear.
Oh.
Now here's the thing. I know there was a lot of cocaine going up Carrie Fisher's nose.
Rest in peace.
But we can't count Chewbacca as a bear.
I mean, a Wookiee is kind of like a bear.
It's not a bear.
It's a bear with sentience.
It's not a bear. And Ewoks also don't count as bears. They are Ewoks, not bears. So there are, in fact, how many bears in Star Wars?
Zero bears.
There's zero bears. Cocaine Bear.
I think it's funny how there are no bears, but there are dog people.
There aren't dog people.
Yeah, there are.
That was Spaceballs.
No,
that was John Candy.
No, there are dog people. Dude, when we watched
that was
The Mandalorian
John
last week.
Candy.
Oh, whatever. All right.
Oh, well, there you go. Spaceballs or Cocaine Bear? Definitely Cocaine Bear.
Okay, definitely.
What else?
But Cocaine Bear didn't have the Xenomorph singing "Hello, my baby, hello, my honey."
Hello, my baby. Let's ask ChatGPT. Are there any movies better than Cocaine Bear?
Here we go. ChatGPT about to school you.
Oh, wow. It mentions your movie first, Michael.
The Godfather?
Cocaine Bear is an upcoming movie that has not been released yet, which is wrong, so it is difficult to compare it to other movies. However, there are countless amazing movies out there that are widely regarded as excellent by both audiences and critics alike. Some highly acclaimed films that you may enjoy include The Godfather, The Shawshank Redemption, The Dark Knight, Schindler's List, Forrest Gump, Pulp Fiction, The Lord of the Rings trilogy, Star Wars saga, The Matrix, Inception, Interstellar, The Social Network, The Silence of the Lambs, and many more. The weird thing is, out of all those movies, how many of those have a bear? Pretty sure none of them have a bear.
Didn't Forrest Gump have a bear?
Did Forrest Gump have a bear?
I don't know.
Forrest Gump did not have cocaine, though. Pretty sure didn't have cocaine.
No, Jenny was doing
She
cocaine.
did. Did she?
Yeah.
Did she, though, or did she do another drug?
Jenny was doing everything. Jenny did cocaine, Jenny did ecstasy, Jenny did acid, Jenny did heroin.
Okay, so here's the thing. Will you give me Forrest Gump and Cocaine Bear on the same level?
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
Okay, but Cocaine Bear is better than, and this hurts me to say, The Shawshank Redemption. It is better than The Dark Knight. Michael, which is better, Cocaine Bear or Schindler's List?
Cocaine Bear. It's
Cocaine
not depressing.
Yes. Pulp Fiction. Tons of cocaine.
Heroin.
Oh,
It was heroin.
oh, was it all heroin? Was it all heroin?
Well,
didn't she do a bump?
Uma Thurman.
She did a bump.
Uma Thurman does do a bump of cocaine in the restaurant bathroom.
Told you.
But when they get back to her place,
I mean, she was fucking with the heroin. I know that.
She thought it was cocaine, and she like ooded a whole fucking half a gram up her nose. And
Okay.
weed.
Okay. But there's no bears.
But there's no bears.
Unless you count the Gimp, but he is human. You can't count, colloquial bears. Cocaine Bear. Lord of the Rings trilogy.
No cocaine.
There are no bears, and there's definitely no cocaine.
that
So
we know of.
Cocaine Bear. Star Wars saga we talked about. The Matrix. Of course. Cocaine Bear. Inception. And Interstellar put together. If you watched Inception and Interstellar at the same time in fifth dimensional space, still not as good as Cocaine Bear. In regular space.
Okay, here's a question for you. Who wins in a fight, Cocaine Bear or John Wick?
Did Cocaine Bear eat John Wick's dog?
Yes.
Well then, yeah, it's John Wick. I'm sorry. But his movie? Not as good as Cocaine Bear. John Wick Part 4 would literally have to fuck me, give me a perfect child that is the second coming of Jesus Christ, and my son would have to take me to heaven to be better than Cocaine Bear.
Fair enough.
Okay, so I think you know where our ranking is for Cocaine Bear. I'd say like B minus.
I'll give it a solid B minus.
Yeah, I think B minus kind of fits perfectly.
Yeah.
And it's not like a thing to say like, ooh. Honestly, the highest this movie for what it is could have gotten on a ranking of movies is probably a B plus.
Yeah.
It doesn't get the B plus only because it wasn't like, it didn't wow us in any way.
Yeah.
It gave us exactly what we thought we were going to get,
Yeah.
which gets it its B minus.
Yeah.
It could never have had an A. I'm sorry.
No.
Which then means every movie that I just mentioned has to be a C.
Yeah.
So, hey, I'll take
Give
it.
it a solid B minus.
I'll take
solid
it.
85.
All right, so I feel like we could probably end this session with our animals and our drugs.
Well, now, I posted to you the other day that I would personally like to smoke pot with an orangutan.
I would want to chill out a primate.
Yeah.
We're not doing uppers with a primate.
No.
Like, I don't want to do uppers with most mammals, but we're definitely not doing an upper with a primate.
Yeah. No.
Can you imagine a gorilla on meth?
I don't want to imagine a gorilla on meth.
Like, that is some rough times. That's a movie in and of itself. I want to see
Breaking Bad with gorillas.
Okay, no, I was going to go with a CGI de-aged Arnold Schwarzenegger in a jungle with a methed up gorilla.
So it's Predator.
It's Predator with a methed up gorilla, yeah. yeah. And a de-aged Arnold Schwarzenegger, but a current aged Carl Weathers.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Is he the one supplying the meth?
Either that or he's supplying the weapons to Arnold Schwarzenegger.
This is true.
Or war profiteer, he supplies both.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
We got a movie. Anyway.
Throw Nicolas Cage in there for just no reason.
Well, I mean, just because, for the name draw. He's only in it for like 5 minutes, but we get to put him on the cover of the movie.
And he has to do a Nicolas Cage face.
Yeah, it's a geezer teaser. It's fine. Here's the thing. We did also talk about another horrifying scenario. A hippo on any drugs. But what's the worst drug that you could think of?
Ooh, the worst drug I think a hippo could be on. I'm going to have to say hallucinogens.
Oh, it sees everything as whatever it either desires most or fears most. Either way, you're just messed.
Yeah, you're just fucked. Hippos kill crocodiles just for looking at them funny.
And that's a crocodile.
Yeah. Basically a dinosaur. There have been dead hippos found in Africa. They have found human remains in.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So, as always, we're having a discussion. We've each given some salient points, and I want to continue with this discussion.
And now ChatGPT.
But first, we have to ask our co-host, ChatGPT, whose response to "Do animals do drugs?" is, while some animals have been observed using drugs in the wild, this behavior is not common and typically occurs only under specific circumstances. And here are some examples. Reindeer, did not know this one, have been observed seeking out hallucinogenic mushrooms known as fly agaric, and consuming them, which I was just gathering those in a video game. I forget which one.
Is it Graveyard
Keeper? No, I think it... Oh, it was Graveyard Keeper, thank you. I was going to go for one of the PlayStation games. Dolphins have been known to use pufferfish to get high. They will carefully chew on the pufferfish, which contains a toxic chemical called tetrodotoxin that can cause a trance-like state. Is that the chemical that kills people when they eat a pufferfish?
To quote The Simpsons, poison, poison, poison. Ah, tasty fish.
Yeah. So, dolphins are just like, How did they find that out? How do dolphins know?
I mean, they do have intelligence that can sometimes be on par with humans.
Well, it's not on par with humans. Like, sorry. Have you seen a dolphin city? Have you seen a dolphin trash island in the Pacific? That's our trash island.
I know.
We made that trash island.
I know.
Ain't no fucking dolphin making no trash island.
I know.
Ain't no dolphin inventing Twitter, Elon, or inventing PayPal and then buying Twitter, Elon Musk. Ain't no dolphin Elon Musk is all I'm saying.
All right. Give that to you, too.
I don't worship or support Elon Musk. I just want you to know that. It's a joke. It's I do have a PayPal if you want to get Mike P over here to get a PayPal too so he can send me money easily. That's all. That's all for now.
Yeah, I'll send you some of the millions of dollars like I've stashed in my offshore account.
Anyway, and now chimpanzees. Get back on track. Chimpanzees have been known to use a variety of plants and herbs to self-medicate. Oh, wow, this is interesting. They will chew on the leaves of certain plants to treat intestinal parasites or consume the bark of certain trees to treat inflammation. They're literally getting over-the-counter medications from the forest. That is some intelligent tool use.
Yeah, that's scary intelligence. Hence why we don't want them to do uppers.
Yeah, see, here's the one I wanted ChatGPT to come up with. It didn't. So I asked it directly. Why do hummingbirds get drunk? Have you heard about that one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hummingbirds are known to occasionally become intoxicated after consuming fermented nectar from flowers or feeders. There's yeast in flowers and feeders that converts the sugar in nectar into alcohol, becomes fermented, and they seem to enjoy the effects of alcohol, but yeah, it's dangerous for them as it impairs their ability to fly and control their movements, as one does when they drink. And it's harmful to their health in the long term. I wonder if that's the same with humans. Thanks, ChatGPT. Hummingbirds should only be fed fresh, clean nectar that has not been left out for too long. Yes, let's protect the hummingbirds because we don't need alcoholic hummingbirds.
No.
It's not,
That's
We
the
already-
same thing that happens with fucking, squirrels and deer after Halloween. People who don't throw their jack-o'-lanterns away, they sit out there for too long, they ferment.
Oh my
And then
god.
squirrels and deer will come and eat the fermented innards of the
It's like, damn it, that's not what we meant by pumpkin beer, guys.
Yeah, exactly. You ever
Look
seen a drunk squirrel? It's quite
I have
funny.
not.
It's
I have not.
quite funny.
I would like to. But then I also wouldn't because it impairs its health. So,
This is true.
I mean, I would like to see it. I just don't want ChatGPT judging me.
Yeah.
So you have any last words about animals and drugs?
Just don't give primates uppers. Don't give primates mind-altering...
No. Give primates hallucinogens. There is that theory. That's how humans became
Oh,
sentient.
yeah, we are...
Now, here's the thing. We don't want to Planet of the Apes.
No.
So we have to befriend them. Get them on shrooms and treat them nice. Make them our friends, not our slaves. Don't want that. We don't want... I have the whole trilogy right there. I need to watch it. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. Rise of the Planet of the Apes. War of the Planet of the Apes. We want to avoid the second two.
Yeah.
We don't want that. So anyway, give bears cocaine. Give gorillas and other primates hallucinogens. Give us
Your ears, so you could
your
listen.
ears ground up into a paste and injected straight
No.
between our toes. Between our toes, Michael, so they won't see the track marks. I've never done heroin. I've watched the movie Requiem for a Dream. I know better. Also, that movie is not as good as Cocaine Bear.
This is true. Also, very...
Way less depressing. Cocaine Bear was not as depressing. Wow.
Yeah, Cookie was not as depressing as Requiem for a Dream.
So, hey, ChatGPT, say goodbye to our audience. Thank you for engaging with me and asking questions. It was a pleasure assisting you. And if you have any more questions in the future, do not hesitate to reach out. Goodbye.
And as for that, my name is Mike,
And my name is Mike.
and we're talking on a mic. We'll see you next week. We just did see the movie Cocaine Bear, and...
Wait.
Oh, that was a good one. And he sits back up into it.
Oh, yeah.
How's that taste?
Oh, wow. Damn it, I ate peanut butter while we were watching a video earlier.
Oh,
That's a problem. It's peanut butter. I might have a slight peanut allergy.
Jesus.
I might be developing it.
Dude.
It's something I'm cultivating within my bowels.